Most of us live in a house we don't remember building. We wake up, walk the same paths, and recycle the same fears, wondering how we ended up here. You didn't choose this life consciously, you simply settled into it. But scientists and mystics alike suggest that this reality is only one of infinite possibilities. Somewhere right now, an alternate version of you has already succeeded in everything you dream of, and that version is trying to help you navigate toward them. You remain stuck because your brain is caught in a closed loop. Neuroscience reveals that over 90% of your thoughts today are identical to yesterday's, meaning your choices, emotions, and beliefs are simply being replayed on autopilot. This repetition creates a biological addiction. Your body becomes dependent on the chemical signals of your past, turning your identity into a rigid script that you act out every single day without even realizing you're performing. Feeling stuck is actually a mechanical error. It happens when you confuse these repetitive physical habits and automated thoughts with who you actually are. Consider the way you speak about yourself. You say, "my body," or "my hand," acknowledging an owner separate from the object. This owner, the awareness behind the form, is a God particle, a fragment of the universal consciousness experiencing life through you. In this relationship, the physical body functions as a biological vehicle, while your consciousness acts as the driver. One is temporary and material, the other is the eternal energy that powers the machine. If you are the driver, why do you allow this vehicle to steer itself into states of suffering? Why let the autopilot take over when you have the capacity to choose a different destination? The psychiatrist Viktor Frankl discovered that even in the most extreme circumstances, there is a tiny space between a stimulus and our response. In that infinitesimal gap lies our only true source of freedom. Within that space, you have the power to choose your reaction. That choice is what determines your vibrational frequency, the signal you broadcast to the rest of the universe. To move from a passive observer to a creator of your reality, you must understand the physical laws that govern energy and vibration. At a subatomic level, nothing is actually solid. Every object and every living creature is energy, manifesting in a distinct vibrational state, resonating at a frequency our senses often fail to detect. Nikola Tesla believed the keys to the universe were encoded in energy, frequency, and vibration. He envisioned a world where we could understand and manipulate the invisible forces that change the fabric of reality. Science shows that sound waves can physically organize matter into geometric patterns, a field called cymatics. Looking at the pyramids through this lens suggests they were sophisticated devices built with a profound understanding of how to harness and focus the Earth's natural vibrational energy. By aligning these structures with planetary resonance, ancient builders may have created vibrational tools to amplify energy, helping individuals reach higher states of consciousness and physical health. We still experience these frequency shifts today. Déjà vu isn't a glitch. It is a moment where your personal frequency syncs up with a parallel version of yourself, giving you a glimpse of a timeline that has already occurred elsewhere. Your dominant vibration acts as a magnet. It dictates which of these infinite parallel timelines you are currently pulling into your physical experience. Dr. Masaru Emoto provided physical proof of this interaction. He showed that thoughts and words physically restructure water molecules, with positive intentions creating intricate, symmetrical crystal formations, while negative ones produced disjointed, displeasing structures. Since the human body is roughly 60% water, every thought you have is a vibrational tool that literally shapes your internal landscape on a molecular level. Neville Goddard recognized this biological loophole. He taught that the subconscious cannot distinguish between a vividly visualized event and a real one, allowing us to live in the end by assuming the feeling of a goal already achieved. Michael Phelps used this mental rehearsal to win before he ever entered the water. He visualized every detail of his races, even potential failures, so his mind would react as if it had already lived through the victory. Elite military units, like the Navy SEALs, use the same repetition. They simulate combat scenarios and feel the real tension in their minds until their movements become an automatic response to the environment. Success is not an object you chase, it is a frequency. You have to achieve it in your mind first, for the physical world to mirror that reality back to you. To collapse the distance between your current life and your highest potential, you have to reprogram the subconscious mind. There is a specific process required to bypass your conscious habits and hardwire a new timeline. The first step is repetition. By firing and wiring new thoughts through daily affirmations, you create new neural pathways that eventually become your brain's default setting. The second step is emotion. The brain prioritizes experiences that carry a high emotional charge. You cannot just think about the goal. You must feel the joy and gratitude of having it right now to leave a permanent imprint. Step 3 requires entering the theta state. This data chart shows your brainwaves slowing down from erratic waking spikes into a smooth, rolling rhythm, the bridge to the subconscious mind. This window opens naturally just before you sleep and right after you wake up. In this state, your conscious mind disconnects, making your subconscious fully receptive. While in this frequency, embody gratitude for the life you want. Feeling it as a present reality makes your subconscious send signals to attract paths supporting that vision. This process uses auto-hypnosis to align your automatic habits with your conscious wishes. It ensures that for the 95% of the day you are on autopilot, you are moving toward your goals. When you combine repetition and emotion within the theta state, you stop being a passive observer of a life you didn't choose. You begin to consciously direct the story of your life.